Okay, so before going to the graphic designing, if I can show you how we can work with PowerPoint. For example, if I have this PowerPoint slide and I don't want to work in this, but I can go into the new. Okay, so for example, if I have a new slide, can you see the slide? I hope you can.
Yes.
Okay, for example, if we have this blank page, we have removed the pre-defined the templates of the text. So now you have to choose what design you want. In designs, first select the size of the page. There are two type of standards like 4:3 ratio and 16:9 ratio. And then basically 4:3 is more like the square ratio and 16:9 is horizontal, or it can be vertical if it is 9:16 ratio. So this is the size of your document. You can choose any size of the paper, or you can just add the size in centimeters here, and you will get that type of document size. For example, I use A4 paper, I use A3 paper, or even I use A0 paper. A0 means 3 feet by 4 feet pen poster. So you can design any size of poster in this PowerPoint application, and you can design simply simple presentation like I am delivering now. It is designed on PowerPoint. Okay, so basically I wanted to show you how we can use PowerPoint. Okay, then it has built-in already built-in designs templates that you can use, but it is better to start with a scratch, like whatever you want to design. Okay, so now the purpose of this workshop is basically to explain the design fundamentals of graphic designing. So we already discussed there are four fundamentals of graphic designing. One is color theory. Basically, color theory defines what type of colors or what color combination you should choose for the poster or for the presentation you want to design, or any other character you are trying to make. So color combination is very much essential for the graphic designing. Then imagery. Imagery is basically the size or the image type that you are using inside your graphic designings. So for example, I am working on this slide and you can see what type of images here I have used. For example, for color combination, I have shown a color grid, like color scheme in circular form. And for imagery, I see it is related to the size of the images. So this is showing the scale of something. So it means I am representing my characters or my text along with the images. One thing I forget, like I'm talking in English, I think we should use Urdu language as well.
Yeah, it will be fine.
Okay. Okay, so sorry about that, maybe. Uh, दूसरा जो सॉरी द फंडा सो दूसरा इसमें है इमेजरी. इमेजरी बेसिकली आप कौन से इमेजेस स्लाइड्स में यूज़ कर रहे हैं या अपने डिज़ाइन ग्राफिक्स में यूज़ कर रहे हैं, उसका स्केल, उसकी जो फॉर्मेट है, आप पीएनजी यूज़ कर रहे हैं, जेपीजी यूज़ कर रहे हैं या वेक्टर एसवीजी फॉर्मेट यूज़ कर रहे हैं, इसमें कौन सा इमेज बेहतर रहेगा और कितनी साइज़ में वो जो आपका इमेज है वो ब्रेक हो सकते हैं उसके पिक्सेल्स. तो बेसिकली इन चीज़ों का ख्याल रखा जाता है कि आपकी जो मैक्सिमम स्केल है वो आपकी ग्राफिक डिज़ाइनिंग का कितना है और मिनिमम स्केल कितना है, और उसमें जो आप कंपोनेंट्स यूज़ कर रहे हैं वो जूम इन और जूम आउट करने से ब्रेक तो नहीं होंगे। तो बेसिकली इन चीज़ों का ख्याल रखा जाता है, और इस किस्म की स्टडी को या नॉलेज को हम बोलते हैं इमेजरी। उसके बाद है टाइपोग्राफी। टाइपोग्राफी बेसिकली is relevant to the text, that what type of text you are using in your graphic designing. So for example, uh, I have used this image or icon to represent the what I am describing here. So this is related to the imagery, but T is here representing the text for me and for many others maybe. So basically the typography is what type of fonts style you are using in your presentation. And after that, the fourth pillar or the fourth category we can divide graphic designing is composition. After all, after color theory, imagery, and typography, you have chosen the color scheme, you have chosen the images and icons for your graphic designing, and you have chosen the text and the style of the text. Then, how you should place or arrange these all components in your document or in your image so that it look good and it look eye-catching. So these are the four pillars I can say are four fundamentals of graphic designing. So if you know each of them in a better way, you can design a very good graphics on any platform. So here is a question for you. So this is the slide. Do you think it is more decent than previous? You can just type in the chat box. So do you think this slide is better than the previous one? So basically this is the same slide as it was the previous like this. I have removed the text. Just I want to know if you think this is much more better than the previous. So for me, if I say, for me, the previous was much better and it was decent, but I don't like this because there's no color combination here. There's no color combination between the shapes and the text, and there is no color combination for the fonts. Here, I have used fonts random in this slide just to observe that you can feel difference what you saw previously. So here, if you see the box and the box color and the font color are very much distracting. So they are like painful for your eyes, for the viewer's eyes. Red color on the bluish background and stroke color is also different. Similarly, here the color combination is, for me, it's not good. And here the stroke is yellow and then navy blue and white is appropriate. You can use, but the yellow stroke, I think it's not appropriate for me at least. And here the red stroke and uh, gray and black fonts, this combination is also not suitable for me. So basically, we should use similar type of colors in our graphic designing. Okay, and this is not easily readable. So let's see once again the previous slide here. What the difference is in this slide is, sorry. So here, these circles are the same color. The text is same color. This text is throughout the slide, same color, same size, and headings and subheadings are also similar. And the image size of each icon is also similar. So these points are making the slide better for me. Okay, so if we now go into the details of color theory, basically color theory is like how the colors work together. When you mix colors, they have like good effects on your emotions and your perceptions. And this theory was established by Newton. If you know the Isaac Newton, who was a good physicist, he gave the theory of colors and he defined the groups like primary groups in which he kept red, blue, yellow. And the secondary are the mix of these three. For example, the mix of red, yellow, and blue are the secondary groups. And here there's no palette for the ternary groups, but if you mix the secondary groups with primary groups, so you will find the ternary group of colors. So this is how the color scheme is developed. And the other thing I said that each color can trigger the powerful emotions. Like in this sentence, you see, if there's a red color, it will give you a different meaning. If there's green color for the same sentence, it can give you a different meaning. Like for me, when I say each color can trigger powerful emotions, red color like show me it's a bit hard and hard. It's representing hard feelings, but green is like peaceful. There's no any danger. So this is how color can be used to drive someone's emotions. Basically, in graphic designing, you are trying to impress or trying to drive the viewer's emotions. You are playing with viewers' emotions. And if we say scientifically, so in research says that everyone's brain respond to colors differently in different ways. For example, at some places, red is the sign of different things, and in other part of the world, red is the sign of different things. So basically, it depends on the person's brain how they process the colors. Okay, so one thing I will suggest whenever you work on the graphic designing colors or even the shapes or anything, you must take feedback from the people that are near around you because you can be very much biased when maybe sometimes you like something but it is not good. So go with the majority vote. Take at least three people's feedback and go with majority that what is better for the users who are going to see or watch your graphic designs. So basically that this is the science behind the fundamentals of graphic designing. And then we have like how we can distinguish between the colors or how can we make different colors from hues. So hues are basically original colors. When you mix hue with white shade like white color, it is called tint. So here if I say this is the hue red on the right side of the slide, when you add white color and increase the intensity of white color, you will see there is slight shift in the color, and this kind of shift is called tint. And then if you add the black color in the hue is red, and you are adding black color, so it will create shades of your hue. So these slightly the color hue red color is changing to the blackish. So basically this palette is called shades. And when you add gray color, that is called tone. So whenever working in PPT, if you see, for example, I just want to show you here. So this is the color palette and these are the hues. And when you add white color, it is a tint. When you add black color, so sorry, this is totally a black color, it is shade. And here, somewhere in the middle, it is tone. So in general, they are called the tones of the original color, but when it's white, it's tint, and when it's black, it's shade, and at the center, they are called tones. So here in this image, if you see, for example, with blue color, when you add a white color, so you see the color of its tint is bluish. So, and when you add some gray color with the blue color, so you see the different tone of this color. And when you add a dark black color with the same blue color, so you see the different shade of this color. So basically, this is how you create the range of colors by adding different colors, just three colors, white, black, and gray colors to any hue. So this is the whole palette or the whole scheme of colors. At the center, it is black, and at the the second color is white. So this is how you can create the range of each hue, like tones of red and tones of orange, red orange, yellow orange, or green. So this is how you can create the palettes or the colors for your graphic designing. So basically, this slide is to understand the tones or the shades of the colors that you will be using for your graphic designing. Another important thing for the color theory or using the colors in your graphics is, so basically you should first decide what type of colors you want to add into your graphic designing. If you want to design a monochromatic design, or you want to use analogous colors. So basically monochromatic, like on the left side of the slide, you can see you just choose one color, but then you choose the tones of that color. For example, you choose yellow, then you choose the tones of that color. You add, you make it bright or you make it dark. So you can work with single color if it is needed, or you can use the analogous colors. So analogous colors are basically the neighborhood of the color that are using. For example, you are using yellow color, so orange and greenish, the combination of yellow color, are the analogous colors. So if you note in these slides, like in my slides, I have used mostly analogous scheme of colors. So I use blue, and then I use neighborhood uh, color to this blue. So mostly I've used such type of colors in the text, and where I have to use some stress. For example, here if you see, it's totally different color on the left upper corner. So it is on purpose just to somehow take your attention to this icon, because I know this icon is a bit far from the text and the center of the slide. But if there is a different color, so somehow it can catch your eye. Basically, this is representing the fundamentals, like different fundamentals of graphic designing. So this is iconic representation or imagery representation of this text. So the third type of color scheme is can be complementary scheme. So complementary scheme is the color totally opposite to the color you are using. For example, for red, it is somehow like violet, or for yellow, it's violet, and for red, it's green. So basically, you use complementary colors. Totally, you used the contrasting colors, means I can say 100% opposite to the color that you are using. So the two colors that are completely opposite to each other. This type of uh, colors used in the graphic designing are called the complementary colors, which show the 100% contrast in the design. And then the other uh, the other form of dividing the colors is you can divide in two sides. One are called warm colors and one are called cool colors. So mostly the colors near to the red are called warm colors, and the colors near to blue are called the cool colors. So this is how you can drive the emotions of people, that you are using the warm colors, are you using the cool colors. I think if you have any question so far, we can take. I can see there are 9 messages or
There
okay,
is one
typography.
question in question and answer session and two more questions in chat box.
Okay, so the typography is like we are coming to the typography, and oh, the voice is breaking.
No, no,
Okay,
they have internet issue.
okay. So we are coming to the typography. It is in the next few slides, and then okay. So the second pillar of the graphic designing are the fundamentals, and the fundamentals of the graphic designing is imagery. So basically, whenever you design and any kind of image, or you are trying to design a poster or any your social media post or anything, you need to take care of the imageries or images that you are using inside your design. For example, if you're using a PNG format icon or any your image, so you need to take care of the size of that image. So for example, if you're using small image and you have to print it on a large scale, so your image will be broken when you see the results. So this is why you need to take care of the scale of the images that you will be using in the graphics that you are designing. And then if you are using GIF, so this is basically a 1 or 2 second or short video, you can say. So it contains continuous frames. So if you are using GIF and you have to print that document, so there's no use of using GIF in such document which is to be printed. Or there is no use of GIF if you want to convert the document to PDF. So you have to just take care of the what appropriate format you should use inside your graphic designing. And you should also take care of, like, you are designing for big screens, are you using designing for the small screens like mobile phones. You should take care of that. If you are designing to print your document, you want to print it on the bigger pamphlets or bigger posters. So each size of your design is uh, is keeping like it should be taken into the account that what type of document you are trying to create out of your uh, graphic designing uh, skills maybe. And the better thing, or the best I can say, the format I like using inside the graphic designing is .svg, this one. So this format is a format which does not break. As I described earlier, it is vectors. So when you zoom in, it does not break like the images. Images break at a certain scale, but SVG does not break because it is not pixel, it is vectors. So here on the right side of the slide, basically, here are defined that what size of image you should use in your designing. Are first define the total size of your graphics, then define the inside, what size you should use inside that your bigger screens. So like I have this whole slide, whole screen, and I have used such kind of icons, small icons. These are the icons or this image. So if I say this whole screen is my graphic design or the whole poster, and I use heading of different font size, then subheading, and then I use body of the text, and then I have used the images. For example, these images, size of these images and size of this image. So, so they are not broken. If I had used small size of these images, they would have broken now when we zoom in. Okay, so basically this is the purpose of explaining imagery, that you should use the appropriate size or scale of the images that you are using inside the your graphic designing post or posters or anything that you are trying to design. And also you should take care of the what size of the page you are designing. If it is A4, if it is A0, or if it is horizontal or if it is vertical. So you should take care of your size of the overall your poster. And one other thing in imagery is whenever you use the images inside your graphic designs, they should be good quality images. They should not be broken, like they should not be bad quality images. And their aspect and must take care of the aspect ratio of images. For example, I have used this image in my slides. So this is, for me, it's okay because I will not use this slide on bigger projector screen. So this image, the first bigger image will not break. What I have done, I have just tried to reduce the size of this image like this, sorry. What I have done, I have just reduced the size of images like this, if you can see. So this is not good to stretch the image on one side. So what you should do, always catch the corner and reduce or increase the size of image so that the both size horizontal or the width or the height and the height increase and decrease with the aspect ratio. Like aspect ratio should be locked. Do not stretch the image on one side horizontal or vertical. So, so this is not a good habit in graphic designing, and it will not look good. And other thing, so here if you see, I say copyright, do not use anyone's copyright resource in your graphic designing. It is very much important that you should not use, like do not just download from Google, search and use into your graphic designing. Must take care that it should not be someone's copyright. Otherwise, yeah, yes, it can be a legal problem for you and for your graphic designing, maybe whenever you sell it for commercial purposes. Here, if you note one thing, I have written this line in red, and it is on purpose. It is different from the whole theme because I want your attention to this line. This is how you try to highlight whatever you want the viewer to catch its eye. So this is how you highlight things that are very important, or sometimes you say that show danger. Okay. The other thing in imagery is whenever you should use infographics. Basically, infographics are the small icons that give some information. For example, these infographics are giving some information like this infographic, or we say icon, is showing some kind of message. These all are the messages, and but they have different format. So this format is called filled format, and this format is also filled. and this is just lines. So just lines means it is strokes. So this is called a stroke, and these are called filled format of the icons. Similarly, this is filled and these are strokes. So if I ask what this sign or this icon represents, maybe you can say this is camera, or maybe you can say I think this is Instagram. And the second, it you maybe easily understand this is YouTube. Similarly, this is website, and this sign shows some kind of a process or mechanism. So basically, these icons are called infographics because they deliver some information to the viewers. Okay, but you have to take care here for one thing, like you should not use PNG format in while using infographics. So these all are PNG and these are SVG format. So the benefit of using SVG is this is SVG, and when I try to change the color, like fill the different color, it will be changed like this. But these are images, PNG format. So if I try to change the color of this icon, you see it does not change, but its background changed. So I don't want to change the background. I want to change the color of this shape, this icon. So you cannot change the color in images, but you can change color in SVG. For example, this is just a stroke and this is filled. So if you want to change the color of these lines, you can change easily with SVG format. So this is the benefit of vector format, or say SVG format. You can change color easily to any. Okay, well, I wanted to show you can change color. Okay, now we are at typography. Are we going good? Like uh, we have time yet?
Yeah, we are doing good.
Okay. So the third pillar of graphic designing is typography. Typography is relevant to the text, that what type of text you should choose while you are designing something. It should be like legible, it should be readable, and it should be appealing to the readers. Don't use such text which is unfamiliar, like which is not familiar, and which should be very difficult to read. So always use some familiar type of font, eh, and the familiar styles of the font. So otherwise there are a lot of different styles, but try to use some familiar ones. Like, and you can divide the fonts into two categories, text into two categories. One are called serif and other are called sans. So if you see, there are two same phrases. It's a I am sans. Sans, it means sans is a type of the fonts. So san and serif. This is the serif. Serif has some corner lines inside them. Like this type of fonts has corners. So these type of fonts are called serif, and this type of plain fonts are called sans, which does not have corners inside the letters. Sorry. For example, the one good example of serif is this style, Times New Roman. Mostly it is used in official documents. So it is serif. But both kind of letters are like categories are important. Both are used in web applications like web pages or graphic designing. So in official documents, we try to use most familiar ones like Time Romance, Time New Roman, Arial, or Calibri. So these are the font types that are used in official documents, like while writing something or designing something for official purposes. are business purposes. But if you are trying to design something like which is not official, so you can use any kind of text, but it should be familiar. It should not be difficult for readers to understand that what is written, and they will not read what you have designed for them. So always use some familiar like Arial, Calibri, or I have used this Aptos. So some familiar text is easier to read. And then other things we need to take care while graphic designing is the size. First of all, the style of font. I would suggest used single type of fonts throughout your presentation. Like this is Aptos throughout my slides, but you can slightly change. For example, in headings, I have used Aptos heading, and in other part of the slide, I have used Aptos body. So this all is body, sorry, and the heading is Aptos heading. So this is the same type of font, but a little difference in heading and the body. And then you should take care that where you should use regular letters, where you should use bold letters, and where you should use italic. So when you want to stress something, you can bold. For example, here I want to show that this is font type, so I have made it bold. And other is regular. Other sentence or the lines are regular. So wherever I want to stress something, I use bold, and other lines are regular. Similarly, here I just want to show the italic, how italic looks like. The bold looks like thicker and italic is a bit inclined. So this is the difference in bold in italic fonts. So the purpose of this slide is to understand that you should use the same type of fonts and only two or three different sizes of font. For example, the heading is different size, subheading is different size, and body is different size. So I have used almost three different sizes of the same font in this slide. Maybe this would be 40, this would be 24, and this would be body would be around 18 or 20. So just to make them different, like they have different importance. Heading has different importance, subheading has different importance, and body has different importance. So the size of letter can describe the importance of the letters. Okay, so you can see this kind of uh, the features in PowerPoint, where you can change the size, font, and type of the font. Okay, so I think there's any hand and one question. So say, do we use same font while creating certificate type, or we use different? So like when you write the heading or the body of your certificate, you should use same, I would suggest the same type of font. But if you're writing the name of the person, so you basically try to highlight the name of the person, so you can there you can use maybe different type of the font, but it is better to use same type of font throughout the certificate except name, because you want to highlight the name. Maybe you can just change the font type in name. Okay, sorry. Okay, then the final part is composition. When you have like done everything, you have done color schemes, you have done imagery, and you have done like the typography. So when you have all these three and you are good at all these three pillars, but still the major important pillar of the graphic designing is composition. So composition is basically how you arrange all these other three pillars in your document or in your design. So whenever, for example, on the right side of this slide, you can see we have same components on this green image. They look very good and they are organized and they are aligned. On the other hand, in this box, I don't like because they don't have good color combination and they don't have good sizes, like they are not appropriate sizes. They are changed and they are not aligned. So this is the purpose of combination composition, that how you arrange all the components throughout your document. Okay, so like this is used, you can say it is to reduce the visual noise. Like in this right side, there is more noise of different colors, noise of misalignment, and noise of different sizes. So in this image, it's not like good. On the other hand, in this green box, you can say there is no noise of colors, there is no noise of different sizes, and there is no noise of alignments. So this box for me is perfect and it attract my attention. But these are just boxes. There could be text and there could be other images, not only the shapes. So all the type of the images you have to organize and text. For example, there is another example here for the composition. So for example, if you have once you have to deliver the same message, like you want the viewers to sign up something. So here, if you see on the first box, so it's say on the tab sign up, and then there would be some text or explanation maybe, and then it says sign up to the newsletter, and then it has done some bold like receive information, tips and details. So for me it's very bad composition, because on the top viewer doesn't know anything and you ask them to sign up. So if viewer does not know anything, why he would sign up? And then you see this line is like more important than the second line, like sign up to the newsletter, it is enough. And this line should not be bigger size and bold, because the same sense I get from this line. So it means the size of the font is not appropriately used. So this document will not like take my attention and I will not sign up, because I have not followed the sense of the document. I read from here sign up. I don't, because I don't want to sign up. I don't know anything. And here, while understanding these sentences, I forgot that this document said to sign up. Okay. And that's why we say this is bad composition. But here on this side, if you see, there's some text, maybe some description of the document, and it says sign up to the newsletter. It is bold. I'm sorry. Sign up to the newsletter. So basically, this is the purpose of this document. And then it describe this line in small font, like receive information, tips and details. So this is the description of the first line. So I can ignore this line if I want, and then there is sign up. So now I get the sense of the document or the sense of this design, that there is text, there is sign up for the newsletter, and here is the button. So basically, this is how you compose your document, and it is called composition. And it is very much important, because if there is bad composition, you can slip your viewers. Your viewer will not like take attention to the actual information in your document. And good composition can make you a good graphic designer. Okay, so we have discussed the 4 pillars till now. And if I say we have discussed these 3 pillars: color theory, typography, imagery, and composition. And here in the red, I highlight something, or I want your attention, spot bad side of this slide. Can you spot? I'm sorry, WhatsApp. Why is happening? Which side is better, right or left? Or you can say which side is bad. You can just write your answer in the chat, that which follow the rules in this slide and which side does not follow the rules, are the basic fundamental pillars of the graphic designing. I hope you would have understood it very well, that if I answer it, the left side, you can see the text is same color, same size, and it is very much aligned. The images are the same size and they are very much aligned. So on the right side, same color, same side, same alignment, and same size of the images and text. I would say this side is better. And the left side, you can see the size of this text and the size of this text is different. Color is also different. This is dark, somehow dark blue, and this is lighter tone, or lighter tone of this color. And if you see, this image is bigger, this image is smaller, and they are not aligned to each other. So in this sense, I will say this is very bad according to the graphic designing rules, and it does not it distract the viewer. So basically the purpose is to make you capable of distinguishing good things and bad things. There is no any science, or I think there is no any I would say rocket science to learn about the graphic designing, but yeah, it is very much essential if you want to maybe pursue your career or your part-time career to the graphic designing, or even in your daily life. It is very much important. Even we are doing PhD, but still we need graphic designings to design our presentations, maybe to design our post or posters. So for you, at any stage of your life, you would need the fundamentals of graphic designing, and I would say everyone should have some sense of graphic designing. So here, I would say that it was the fundamental of graphic designing, and here are some free resources, online resources. You can find free icons, free images, or some free GIFs or free video clips on these websites. So this Pixabay is a website. You can find free icons, images, vectors in this website. Unsplash is, it has free high definition photos and sorry video clips also in high definitions of different occasions, like office person, the travel person. So you can find video clips and you can find high definition images in Unsplash. Flat icon, you can find icons in this website. First it was free, you could have downloaded SVG format in free, but now it's not free, it is premium. But still you can download the PNG format of the icons in free from this website. Then there's free pick. Free pick offer you some free icons in vector form like SVG format and PNG format. And the Noun project is also a good website where you can find free icons that you can use in your presentation and graphic designing for imagery section of your graphic designing. But here again, I am highlighting something that you must take care of the copyrights. You should not use anyone's property. So it is very much important while working in graphic designing field. Like there is a big website which is called iStock. iStock is premium website that do not offer anything in free, I think. So they have a huge collection of icons and images, high definition images, somehow the small videos, short videos, but that is paid. So whenever you search any icon or any image, mostly first of all that website appears on the top, iStock or Shutterstock, or sometimes it is called Adobe Stock. So these websites are paid, and you should not use anyone's content in your graphic designing if you have not paid the fee of that resource.